Good morning, everybody. It's 9:52 on Monday morning, the first complete week of school online. All right, I put up 2 assignments for all 10th graders, both my Miss Adame class and Miss DeFranco's class. And so let me explain to you those 2 assignments. The first assignment is to make sure you shared your essay with me or Miss DeFranco. We're going to look at your essay 2 times. One, to give you feedback for your final draft. So that would be like, maybe you didn't include the number of quotes you needed. Maybe we had some creative ideas to help enhance your essay. Maybe there was too many grammatical or spelling errors. So we're going to look at it the first time for revision. Okay, the second time we look at it will be this Wednesday, March 25th. We'll start around 2 p.m. and that's when we're giving you your final grades. So after at Wednesday at 2 p.m., you can no longer change your essay. Whatever final grade we put on that essay will be the final grade we put in Aspen. That's number 1. Number 2, a second assignment. The second assignment is 2 parts. 1, to read Act 4 of Othello. If you look on the assignment, I put a PDF, which is a document that you cannot write on. It will say Othello PDF or something like that. And you can continue reading Act 4 from that document. I think I gave you the page numbers. I'm looking now. Page 64 to 89. That's a total of 25 pages, but don't freak out, because it's really half that number of pages, so around 12 to 13. Because at this point, you are Old English experts. You should only need to read from the left side, the Old English. Or if you still need to read the other side to get some translations, that's fine, but it's not a complete 25 pages. And that is due next Sunday, 3/28. Okay, in addition, after you read the PDF, or you can go to SparkNotes, and you can read from there, and that has the same format as you're used to. You are going to complete the Othello Act 4 reading packet. That is about 3 to 4 pages. What you need to do, you cannot type directly on this file. You all know how to do this. You need to make a copy of the file, and you're going to call that copy your first name, so Nicole, slash Othello slash Act 4. Then you're going to put that packet in your Google Drive. Now, quick tip. If I were you right now, I would go into your Google Drive and I would start creating folders for different classes. So if I have an English class, I might call it ELA 10. Then within that folder, I'd create another folder and maybe put ELA classwork. And create another folder within my ELA 10 and call it ELA Writing Portfolio. So that when I make assignments, I'm organized in my Google Drive. Because I don't know about you, if I have random Google Docs all over my Google Drive, I'll get lost. I won't know where something is. I'll forget what I called it. If you create a Google folder under ELA 10 for yourself, and subdivide it into 2 folders, one for classwork and the other for writing portfolios, your life will be so much easier. Okay, let's get back to the Othello Act 4 reading guide packet. So 1, you create a copy, you name it your first name, Othello slash Act 4. You share it with either Miss Adame or Miss DeFranco. Then, once you made that copy, you can start typing in the answers. We're asking you to type in those answers in a different color ink, so do not use black. So I decided to do it in purple. That way, if Miss DeFranco was grading me, she would know all my answers are in purple. Couple of reminders. When you use quotes to support your thoughts, or because the question or the task asks you to, you can only use Old English quotes. Rolling of the eyes. Why, Miss Adame? Because it's important for you to decode different types of language. Sometimes you're going to be decoding academic language. Sometimes it will be slang. Sometimes it will be scientific language. As you grow up, you need to be able to understand all the different ways which we speak, write, and read. Please do not copy from SparkNotes, CliffsNotes, or any other website. We are going to be carefully reading your answers. We're looking for your own original thoughts. If there is language in your answer and we know your writing style by now. If you're starting to use words we know you don't know the meaning of, or if it just doesn't sound like something I think you would say in conversation to me, you shouldn't write it down. Be sure you answer every single part of the question. And yes, some questions and tasks on the Othello Act 4 reading guide have multiple parts. You need to make sure you're addressing every single part. You're going to notice on the worksheet, there's a lot of places where it wants you to translate the Old English into modern English. You can do that. You have two choices. You can use regular English, or you can use slang, or third choice, you can intermingle the regular modern English with slang. The more creative you get, the more metaphors, similes, anything you can think of, the more credit you're going to get. And I'm looking forward to some creativity because I'm bored here all by myself, waiting on you guys to give me some work. OMG. Last thing I want to remind you, you can text me and Mr. Franco directly, or better, you can use the Remind app. It's easier if you use the Remind app for me and Mr. Franco, but it's okay if you text us. My number there, 617-216-4024. Mr. Franco's number is 781-645-9756. So you want to make sure, did you share your essay with me? If I have not revised your essay yet, or if Mr. Franco hasn't, then we will be doing that today. On Friday when I looked, a lot of people didn't share with me, but I did see that in the last 2 days, a lot of you had started sharing things and commenting. So you want to make sure we have your essay. By tonight, me and Mr. Franco will have revised most of your essays. Then after tomorrow, you need to work on your final draft of your essay, which is due Wednesday at 2 p.m. After Wednesday, you want to read Act 4 of Othello. You want to make a copy of the Othello Act 4 reading guide packet and make it your name. So Mohammed/Othello/Act 4. Yes, Mohammed, I miss your crazy butt. And then you're going to type in your answers in a different color ink. That was a lot of talking. I'm bored with my own voice. I miss you guys so much. Now I understand why I'm a teacher and I don't work from home, because it's boring and I'm not as fun or creative. We are going to do a video conference later this week. We're going to set it up after we have a meeting. So I miss you guys so much. But just like my sign says behind me, we can do it. 2 assignments, Othello essay in the perspective of a character using 4 quotes. 2, read Act 4 of Othello, either using the PDF or SparkNotes or another website that you can find. 3, answer the Othello Act 4 reading guide questions. Okay, y'all, I miss you.